Good morning. This is Associate Pastor Rob, and here in the office and sharing devotional with you today. I was thinking about Jesus' ministry. We know of his teaching, we know of his preaching, we know of his miracles, we know of the mighty acts that he did because he was God on earth. But there was one aspect of his ministry that I want to lift up, and I'm reading from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 9. As Jesus continued on from there, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at a desk for collecting taxes. He said to Matthew, "Follow me," and he got up and followed him. As Jesus sat down to eat in Matthew's house, many tax collectors and sinners joined Jesus and his disciples at the table. But when the Pharisees saw this, they said to his disciples, "Why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners?" When Jesus heard it, he said, "Healthy people don't need a doctor, but sick people do. Go and learn what this means. I want mercy and not sacrifice. I didn't come to call righteous people, but sinners." People, we need to understand that Jesus still calls us because we're sinners. We are not perfect. But the aspect of ministry that Jesus was showing us here, and he shows it over and over again, if you actually sit down and think about it, is the ministry of fellowship. He sat down at so many different tables. He sat down at so many feasts and meals and gatherings. It was a chance of ministry in the midst of the people, to let them see that this God, this Messiah is human, has flesh and blood, and he cares for me. He specifically called Matthew from his tax collecting table. And what was Matthew's response? "Hey, let's have a party." So Matthew had everybody come to his house for a time of reflection. Yesterday, on Wednesday, we had our picnic and praise. We did what Jesus would expect us to do, to invite people over, have a party, and we did. There's some images here you see of our parking lot here, entrance into the sanctuary. We had the tables and chairs set up. Hale did a fantastic barbecue meat that was just amazing. We had the beans and the coleslaw and chips, and people brought brownies and cookies. And we had a wonderful time of fellowship, sitting around and being together. Another photo, too, is Hannah and her crew had a great Easter egg hunt. Had a chance for the children to look for that golden egg, and they did. And we had a wonderful, vibrant time. I appreciate the music, the band from Isle of Hope and the Hope Band coming and playing for us. And the weather was just right, and the sand gnats held off as long as they could. And we appreciate the moments that we have together, because I'm hoping that we as a fellowship, as a community, will renew this understanding of ministry around the table, the ministry of togetherness. May you have a great day. Thanks.